We all do and say what we want, but have you ever wondered what those things might point out to others about us? Body language speaks big time if you know how to read it. The way we sit even says a lot about who we are as a person, whether we realize it or not. You can assess whether or not someone should be approached by merely paying attention to the way they are sitting. In this video we are going to go over the more common ways we sit, and what they might mean about us. Watch this video to the end and figure out which one you do most often and what it reveals about your personality. Position A. These positions tell us that you are someone who's not too concerned with what is going on. You are comfortable and just going with the flow. We could even go so far as to say you are a bit confident. You are in the more casual side of the things, and in that sense, we could also call you friendly. If you sit this way, you are most likely quite approachable. Position B. This position is much more formal than the most on this list. If you sit in this position, you might be more closed off and nervous. Your legs being crossed tell us that you are someone who needs to steady his or herself. Perhaps you are feeling a bit out of place. This position is not what we would consider being a welcoming one. That being said, if you are sitting behind a desk, it's perfectly fine. Position C. This position is that of a slacker or someone who is bored. You don't know what to do and aren't particularly interested in doing anything. People who sit like this are far more confident than they should be and very laid back. They are what we'll call it a bit unapproachable in that sense. Position D. This position is a very natural one. If you sit like this, you are most likely a very useful person. You pay close attention to the things going on, and because of how you are sitting, we can tell that you are a much more gentle person than most. You could even go so far as to assume that the person who chooses this position might be more of a people pleaser. Position E. People who sit in this position are usually quite soft and gentle. They pay attention to the things most of us do not, and they are usually very organized. This kind of people can also be taken as flirtatious depending on the conversation, because they are allowing themselves to be as comfortable as possible.